Hi everybody. So I decided I wanted to bring a richer look to you today with all the Valentine's Day looks that are coming out. I wanted to kind of play off of the pink and go with a berry, brownish, rich, sort of deeper, more seductive type of look. So I have a new palette, the Cravings palette from Tarte, right here. That I loved, and I couldn't wait to try it. So I am bringing this into, this is what this eye look is made of, and I couldn't wait to try it. So I am bringing this look to you today. I thought I would just, kind of do more of a rich type of look for Valentine's Day. And I really love the way it came out. It took me a moment, I'll admit, because I wasn't sure what I thought of the blush. I couldn't tell if I put a little too much on, if it was the lighting. But as I sat here and have been observing myself in the mirror, it's really quite beautiful. And the tones, the eyes are just, oh my gosh. So anyway, stick with me through the video and you'll get to see how to create this look yourself, even if you don't have the Cravings palette, which is on sale. So if you're thinking about getting it, now would be the time. I'm not pushing it. I'm not trying to promote it. I'm just simply saying if it's something you've had your eye on and you're interested in it. I did get it on sale, and I said I got it on sale, and I think I got it for 50 or 30% off, something like that. So blah blah blah. Nonetheless. All right, so enjoy the video and let me know what you think, and if you've tried this look for yourself, or if you've had that palette and you play with it, or if you have colors like it in another palette, go for it. I hope you enjoy. Welcome everybody. It is Saturday and I've been out running around in the morning doing all kinds of outside yard work because it's, a balmy 34, so I got to take advantage of that. But anyways, I wanted to bring a look to you today that I just got in a couple of palettes from Tarte, and so I wanted to bring a look to you that is kind of like my favorite warm colors. Actually look like my sweater, which I thought was pretty cool. So to start with, I ordered the Cravings palette from Tarte, and it's the Sweet Tarte Cravings eyeshadow palette. I just think this thing is so pretty. It comes like this. Pretty little swirly. I don't know. It reminds me of like sand art or something. I don't know. It's just really pretty. And then, oops. And then it has the color palette, which I think is just stunning. I mean, I don't even know which colors to choose because I just want to kind of throw them all on. But I guess I can't. So I'll have to figure that out as I go. But I wanted to bring a warm sort of, a brownie, peachy, pinky toned look that is just very warm. And so we'll see what this can bring. And then I am going to be using my NARS blush palette to choose the blush color that I'm going to use, which I think let's see. I think I'm going to go with this one over here. So that one, I think it's called, I never can figure these out. I don't like when they do that. They should put them on the front like Bare Minerals, like Bare Minerals does. I think it's called Just Lust. It's either Just Lust or High Demand, and I can't tell. The other palette that I had gotten in from Tarte, where did it? Oh, the Maneater. The Maneater something. Maneater Vanity palette. So this is just a small version of their original Maneater, which I love, the little leopard packaging. And then inside it comes with a trial size Maneater mascara, which I haven't tried yet, so I will be trying that today. And then I always forget about these little plastic things and they go flying everywhere. And then the palette is this, which again is such another rich, beautiful color. Not quite as intense, or to me a little more deep, not quite as intense and dramatic as I feel like the Cravings palette is. Let me just put that one up side by side. Okay, so here we have them, which, they have similar tones. just get this figured out here. They have similar tones, but this one, the Man-Eater, obviously lacks the brighter, pinker colors in it. And it has, let's see, 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. And the Cravings palette has 3 matte and 1 shimmer, and 4 kind of, I don't know if that's what's called, if that would be considered a duochrome or if it's just more of a glittery formula. But these two, I mean, these color tones I love. So I guess, you know what, I guess I kind of thought of it as like a Valentine's Day look, but not so pinky, more of a brownish, warmish pinky tone. Anyways, we'll just see what I come up with that, because I don't know. I haven't tried them yet, but I am going to swatch them for you. These Sweet Tarte Cravings. So I will start with the bottom row, which is actually the top row. So first we have, okay, so this one is supposedly, I believe this one is champagne. The way that they're itemized across or labeled across, it's kind of confusing because some of the names I think don't match up to what the color is. But anyways, all right, so here is the first one, champagne. Look at that. In the middle, we have the matte. This is very, very light. This is a very light, but very pretty. This one is called Truffle. That's just going to be a really nice base brightening color. And then we have on the end here what I believe is called Drizzle. Oh my goodness, these colors are beautiful. Just clean off my fingers. Second row, going in from the pink. So that is kind of like a gorgeous coppery pink color. So, so pretty. Not really sure how to describe it other than it's a peachy coppery pink. Okay. So these are very creamy feeling, and I'm getting some kind of chunky lift as I swatch it, but wow, that is so pretty. Okay, so let's put that one next to right there. Oh my gosh! Okay, the next one in the center is that matte, kind of almost the exact same color as my sweater. This is called Semi-Sweet. Where am I here? Okay. So I thought that I chunked it, but I guess I didn't. And I can see how this is going to blend out already. That's a really beautiful color. And then on my pinky, I am going in with the Salted Caramel. So these let's see, where are they? 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the high glitter ones or high shimmers. I don't know. They have a really creamy texture that is just divine. We'll see how they come out on the skin. But here we go. One more row to go. I think I'm swatching too much. It's all over my fingers. I was going to switch hands and then I realized I can't wipe that finger on that arm. So, all right. So we're going in with my cleaned off fingers, which probably could be a little bit more cleaned off, but we're going to go for it. Okay. So then on this row, we're starting with this one. So oh, okay. So now I see by the shape. The other ones, the shapes were the same, but let me see. Yeah, no, I actually got them right. Okay, so this one is called Dipped, and this is another high shimmer. They're so, so satiny. I can't even stand it. Okay. Look at that. Wow. Look at that color. Oh, starting up there, all the way down. This one, you know, that is there. It's just so soft, which I think is a great base color. And then I'm loving all of these. I know I'm making a mess of it, but whatever. Okay, so Then we have Raspberry Tart. No, Raspberry Swirl. Is that one? This is such a true, beautiful, oh my goodness. This looks exactly like, well, very, very similar. This would be a perfect lip color match to Clinique's Raspberry Glacé, which I do have. And I'll have to do a look with that because I'm not doing that color today. Although I might, once I see it now. Oh my goodness. Just how do you choose? Last but not least, we have the dark matte brown called Ganache, one of my favorite things to eat. Ooh, very dark. All right, and this is it. Go right there. I smudged it, but let me see that. Okay, that's gonna be a really nice, smoky kind of brown. All right, so here we have them, you guys, and these are, all of them are just truly beautiful. I can't stop looking at them. I can't stop looking at them in here either. I have my work cut out for me because I can't even decide anything. Well, at least I have some time to think about what I'm going to do while I do the rest of my face because I am so torn right now. There's just so many different things that I want to do with that, so I don't know. A few dabs for a light coverage foundation from Complexion Rescue, which I actually think I just put too much on. You really just need so little of this. My Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. Where did my brush go? Oh, and guess what? I figured out what was wrong with that spot that I was telling you about that just kept getting right down around here. That kept on being, that I was getting that weird kind of rashy, bumpy, whatever was going on with it. And I couldn't figure out what was causing it and how to get rid of it. But I finally did by chance. So I ended up just in one of my winter nighttime routines. I was doing my occlusive blend application of my DIY oil and the petroleum jelly mixed with cocoa butter that I buy for really, really dry nights. Now this has been going on. It started in the summer, probably when the nights started to get cooler, and I had not really been using my heavier applications of my moisturizers. I go across my eyelids with this, up under. This stuff, this Complexion Rescue, I just adore it. It's such a natural, beautiful finish. It's just light. I guess if you like a heavier, if you need a more solid, weighty texture or formulation for coverage, I would still recommend trying it because you can build on it. But if you don't, and you're just looking for something a little bit lighter to smooth everything over and just give a really polished look to your skin, this is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. And it's the Complexion Rescue that is the tinted hydrating gel cream, and it has an SPF of 30 in it. Urban Decay eyelid primer, eyeshadow primer. Another one of my all-time favorites. And this I am just going to smooth with my fingers, pat it on my finger, and move it across my lids. Just like that. So anyways, as I was saying, my seriously issue down here is healing. It is on the mend. I am so excited to report. I just went down under, but whatever. So now I am going to take my my Tarte concealer and put just two light little, this is the Ultra Creamy by Tarte. Their Shape Tape. 2 dots is a good start. and then you can move and build from there. All right, just get my mirror back here. I forgot my concealer brush out here, so I'm just going to use my fingers and move that around. So anyways, back for the third time trying to finish my story. I was soaking my face in it for a couple of days after my regular moisturizers at night, and I noticed that, lo and behold, it was starting to go away. And I thought, oh, well, maybe this is just one of its little, downturns or whatever, because it was kind of coming and going a little bit. So I just continued on with my nightly routine of all my moisturizers, including my DIY oil and another layer of the petroleum jelly with cocoa butter. Let me tell you, Tarte really knows what they're doing. I'm not a huge fan of concealer because I feel like it draws attention to or can accentuate little bitty fine lines all underneath here, especially throughout the day. But this ultra creamy formula is wonderful. The last review that I did on it, when I did the regular Shape Tape on one side, the original, and then the ultra creamy on the other, it wore perfectly. And there was none of that kind of creasing, crunching, showing everything, even after the whole day. I'm just checking on my arm because I put my sleeve down over it, and these colors are still, look at that. They're still completely intact. Nervous. Okay, well, easy to start with. Let me go in with that pretty little, what was that called? The truffle color. So that center, the center matte down there, the one that is just very, very pale. Perfect for brightening. Oh, yeah, definitely. Just sweeping it all around. Oh, I liked it already. It's still all of these formulas in this palette between my finger and what I'm feeling with this brush on this one. They are so creamy. Now this actually has more pigment on the eye in real life. And I'm not sure if you'll see it, but it is pretty. I would do this with just maybe a dab of that one in the center and a teeny little bit of this one, the ganache in the corner, and perfectly light, bright day wear. Actually, anytime wear, I'm just saying it's good for the day if you don't like a heavy look in the day. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Such a big difference too. I did put a little of the Complexion Rescue on my eyelids, and sometimes I'll use just that, but there really is something about that Urban Decay eyeshadow primer that just brings out the best of the eyeshadow. Okay, so I've got my base color on. Now what I want to do is draw that, that's my star of the show there. This guy right here is going to be slightly into the corner, and then I can really go in, and I think I'm going to, let me just see what I'm going to next blend out this one. Which one was that? Drizzle. I think what I want to do with that is, oops, I think I have too much. Oh, yeah, I had too much. Tap, tap, tap it all off. I'll back off. I am going to use this one as a transition shade. So I'm kind of covering almost the entire lid. I'm just not going way to the inner side. Up here I am going in a little closer. Coming just on the crest of my brow bone and then pulling it back down. So, so pretty. Okay, now I'm just picking up what I tapped off. These are very pigmented, and I had way too much. I tend to be heavy-handed, and I have got to, watch myself with that. Pick up a tiny bit more for down here. Okay, so after several days of getting back to my story from an hour ago, after several days of, doing my night treatment, it went away completely. So I